Peace, everybody. This is God in them streets, and I'm bringing you the Candace Owens farmer, born April the 29th, 1989, is an American conservative, author, talk show host, political commentator, and activist. Initially critical of the United States President Donald Trump and the Republican Party, Owens eventually became known for her pro-truck activism as a black woman, in addition to her criticism of Black Lives Matter and the Democratic Party. On several occasions, she has claimed that the effects of white supremacy and nationalism are exaggerated, especially when compared to other issues facing Black America. She worked for the conservative advocacy group Turning Point USA between 2017 and 2019 as its communications director. She joined the Daily Wire, where she hosts Candace, a political talk show. Okay, this sister right here seems to be very active when it comes to being a conservative black woman. Candace Amber Owens, once again, age 33, Stanford, Connecticut. The University of Rhode Island attended 3 years. She didn't even graduate. Political commentator, activist, and author. Years active, 2017 to the present. Organization, BLM Foundation. Political party, Republican. Spouse, George Farmer. Married 2019. Children 2.
Yes, I think it's pretty apparent that Mr. Liu believes that black people are stupid and will not pursue the full clip in its entirety. He purposely presented an extracted clip.
The witness will suspend for a moment. It is not proper to refer disparagingly or to a member of the committee. The witness will not do that again. Witness may continue.
Sure, even though I was called despicable.
Witness may not refer to a member of the committee as stupid.
I didn't refer to him as stupid. That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. You didn't listen to what I said. May I continue?
Please.
As I said, he is assuming that black people will not go pursue the full 2-hour clip. And he purposefully he cut off, and you didn't hear the question that was asked of me. He's trying to present as if I was launching a defense of Hitler in Germany, when in fact, the question that was asked of me was pertaining to whether or not I believed that whether or not I believed in nationalism, and that nationalism was bad. And what I responded to was that I do not believe that we should be characterizing Hitler as a nationalist. He was a homicidal, psychopathic maniac that killed his own people. A nationalist would not kill their own people. That is exactly what I was referring to in the clip, and he purposely wanted to give you a cut-up similar to what they do to Donald Trump to create a different narrative. That was unbelievably dishonest, and he did not allow me to respond to it, which is worrisome and should tell you a lot about where people are today in terms of trying to drum up narratives. By the way, I would like to also add that I work for Prager University, which is run by an Orthodox Jew. Not a single Democrat showed up to the embassy opening in Jerusalem. I sat on a plane for 18 hours to make sure that I was there. I'm deeply offended by the insinuation of revealing that clip without the question that was asked of me.
Ask a similar question, but it's going to be different. By a show of hands, how many people in this room consider themselves a victim? Wow, really impressive. Normally,
remember, she's at Liberty University, a predominantly Caucasian university.
I have been smeared, libeled, I have been protested, I have been kicked out of restaurants, I have been assaulted because I go around with a very simple message, which is that bad things happen to everyone, but a victim mentality is not something that you should possess because a bad thing happens to you. This has earned me the title of being called anti-black, anti-LGBT. I have been called a Nazi sympathizer, among other things, because I have this idea that if we don't accept ourselves as oppressed and we accept ourselves as the victor of our experiences, then we can achieve more in life. So let me tell you a little bit about me that you're not going to find in all of these articles that basically want people to believe that I am somehow a white supremacist, which is quite impressive that I get called a white supremacist.
Let's check her out on Fox News.
America's woke corporate structure into sending close to $100 million on the basis of that lame rap kind of gets my respect in a way.
She has my respect because she's unapologetic in her approach. She's telling you what she is. She's a Marxist. So Marxists steal money from other people and they enrich themselves until the people that they stole from are poor. And so she has stolen money from other people on the pretext of a lie that is Black Lives Matter. And she's enriched herself and she's brought 4 homes. I mean, you have to kind of appreciate the honesty. She's not hiding by any means, And
10%.
I tend to agree with you here. She's a communist through and through.
Rich slave makers of the poor who teach the poor lies to believe that the almighty true and living God is a spook in the sky.
Right, exactly right. It's completely ridiculous, and you're right. The corporations are standing behind her, which is incredibly interesting. And you pointed to something really important. These corporations that are pouring millions and millions of dollars into Black Lives Matter, and you're correct.
Their desire is to make slaves out of all that they can, so that they can rob them and live in luxury. That's the 10% way.
Building the Black movement. I don't even know what that means. $25 million going to building a Black movement. Apparently, the Black movement was Patrice moving herself, a Black woman moving herself into other areas of the communities of people that she claims are oppressing Black Americans. She's fearful of white people. White people are so bad. Well, why doesn't she want to live amongst Black people? Why is she choosing to move herself into an all-white neighborhood? These are important questions.
Global Network Foundation, and she went into hiding to a point, and she has surfaced with a video. She surfaced with a video because Candace Owens was at her front door, and I want you to hear exactly what she said to Candace Owens.
Yeah, she gonna be crying.
And Candace is definitely gonna
pour her in a gated community in Beverly Hills after robbing the people.
And right-wing pundits are creating and have created an incredibly dangerous environment for me. This morning, I woke up to Candace Owens being outside of my house with a news crew.
She should have been.
She was demanding that I come outside. When I looked at the video recording of what she was asking about, she was actually asking about the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation property.
And the money y'all stole.
And for some reason, it seems like she thought my house was that.
How else did you get the house?
And it's dangerous that any stranger come outside of my house, but it's really unacceptable and dangerous when Candace Owens, another Black woman who is actually working as a part of a right-wing agenda.
No, she's not.
With cameras.
She's revealing the truth about you states stealing
experienced death threats
off the backs of Black people being killed.
Many of us are super vulnerable, and the fact that she's came outside my house and...
But you live in a gated community in Hollywood. What are you vulnerable to? Definitely not those mean streets with the gangs.
I'm gonna keep doing the work I need to do to make sure that I'm in right relationship with my community, but I'm not gonna let the right wing and right-wing pundits and media try to drive me against my community and have the community driven against me.
You are against the community. You stealing from the community and giving nothing back to the community. Once again, does Black Lives Matter amongst Black people?
Many other leaders inside of this movement pay attention to what's happening, because what happened to me today has the potential to open up a floodgates the floodgates of many other right-wing people that may next time be bearing arms, that may next time be more violent. This is unacceptable.
No, this was just another black woman putting you on point about y'all stealing from the black community. Don't talk about no white right wing. Talk about what y'all doing, using Black Lives Matter as your logo and your brand to rob the black community.
I'm still in shock. Thank God I called, obviously, my team. Thank God for community, for black community, for black movement.
It's no black people living where she lived. We're going to find the clip with her gated community house. Believe that.
Y'all, I really need my family to be
She had the audacity to cry.
I need to be safe. I need my child to be safe. And this, what happened this morning is not safety. It's not what I deserve. It's not what any of us deserve.
No, you deserve a beatdown. That's what you really deserve.
So just be diligent when you see shit in the media and you see shit that's being talked about. Please be diligent, because they are purposefully doing this. They are purposefully,
and they should purposely put you on the spot,
because they know that when we are
because
together,
we know you're stealing.
what we've done this last decade.
Okay, so this is insane. In real, claiming that I went to her property and demanded to speak to her. And she's, I only I can describe it as she sounds like she's really scared. We're working on a documentary talking about all the funding pertaining to Black Lives Matter. Obviously, we know that Patrice and a lot of the founders purchased $1 million homes in white neighborhoods. They also purchased a Black Lives Matter property. So we went to the property and asked if there was anyone that we could speak to, very politely, by the way. We've got cameras in tow, so there's no way she can, it's all on camera.
No threat whatsoever.
They asked us to leave. The person went inside. It was just a white man that we saw outside that was providing security, which is super interesting because obviously Patrice here is anti-police, and so she's, oh my God, I think she's crying on this live, pretending that she was harassed. We, like I said very politely to the guy, is there anyone we can speak to? My name's Candace Owens. We never went over the gate. It was just me ringing the doorbell.
You hear that? Candace was never a threat to her. She just didn't want her to reveal the truth.
Patrice is pretending to be scared because she knows that this Black Lives Matter lie is falling apart. And she doesn't know what to do. I mean, people are aware of the scam that is Black Lives Matter. She's intentionally limited the comments, so you can't even comment on this post, because I was going to comment and be like, this is a complete lie, and we have it all on camera in terms of what happened. So what you are seeing right now is the face of a woman who is pretending she's afraid of right-wing pundits, when in reality, she's being exposed as a fraud who took millions, used the faces of Black people, took millions of dollars to fund herself, to fund her lifestyle, to fund her girlfriend, and to buy $1 million mansions in neighborhoods.
You hear that? To fund her girlfriend.
This footage this story that we're covering is a significant one. I have always been interested in the fraud that is Black Lives Matter, your fake tears, your crocodile tears about someone politely ringing your gate and speaking to your white security guard and asking if there was anyone that I could talk to because I was covering the story. Not really going to cut it, Patrice. This is only going to commit me further to discover.
That's right, Candace.
What you have done.
Reveal them.
Black people died. You used their faces to raise money. You demanded that the policing be stopped. You demanded that police officers be defunded, but you've got a private security detail outside of $1 million homes. It just doesn't work this way, sweetheart. So
once again, stop letting them fool you. Oh no.
Free girl, because I'm about to tell the truth. All right.